students, we aren't motivated to provide them with enrichment. We successfully allow ourselves to believe that we can't do anything to contribute to better outcomes. Yet students will always rise to the level of expectation we have set for them. If the expectation is low, they will only grow so much because they believe in our judgments. Now that we understand how pervasive and harmful deficit thinking can be, you may ask what you can do to discard such a powerful ideology. Fortunately, many practices aid in dismantling deficit thinking. However, if we want to discard the deficit model, we will be uncomfortable. We can no longer easily place blame. We need to look at our practices from a critical lens and accept that we are the problem 9 times out of 10, whether it be our inability to truly see our students or not taking the time to listen. Intended audience. This book is intended primarily for teachers, administrators, and school-based support staff such as school psychologists, counselors, and related service providers. It may also be helpful in teacher training programs or other graduate preparation courses that set the foundation for our future educators. If you work with students or plan to work with students, this book is for you. It is chock full of helpful information and tools to hack deficit thinking. How to use this book. This book offers value in a few areas. We will help you understand where deficit thinking stems from and why it is such a powerful narrative. This is important because it's difficult to unlearn harmful patterns until we understand why we think the way we do. Also, dismantling deficit thinking depends on our ability to self-reflect and self-correct. After we understand why we think the way we do, we can understand how to change our behaviors. Then we can change our thinking and behaviors to recognize and acknowledge strengths within our students, our schools, and ourselves to better serve everyone. As we gathered the content of this book, we relied on a set of interviews we conducted with educators, input we received from Google Forms, and questions posed on Twitter. While we also relied on best practices and frameworks that education researchers identify, we wanted to build upon the words that came directly from people like you. Serving as 50% personal reflection and 50% actionable classroom and school-wide practices, this book allows you to identify and address deficit thinking within yourself and your practices. Looking at both will help you to better serve your students. We divided this book into 2 sections: background and application. The background hacks, reframes, involve the themes of history, reframe 1, systems, reframe 2, and data, reframe 3. You need to understand these concepts to use the rest of the book. The application hacks involve the themes of thinking, reframes 4 and 5, believing, reframe 6 and 7, and flourishing, reframe 8. Each of these hacks offers a different opportunity to disrupt deficit thinking. This book is part of the Hack Learning series, but we've customized the language in the series template. Instead of calling each chapter a hack, we're calling it a reframe, because we're viewing beliefs differently. The problem has been replaced by the belief, followed by the reframe. Next, we discuss what you can do tomorrow to reframe that belief through a short, bulleted list of action items. After that, you'll find a blueprint for full implementation with detailed steps to implement this reframe. Then, in the Overcoming Pushback section, we discuss potential barriers you may face and how to navigate them. Finally, we will show the hack in action with specific examples that demonstrate how reflecting on deficit beliefs or practices can improve student outcomes, show you how to start student conversations or activities to disrupt deficit narratives, offer practical tips for when you observe harmful beliefs or practices in schools. What you put into this book will determine what you get out of it. Because deficit thinking is so pervasive, you must actively engage with this book to fully understand it. What you won't find in this book. We don't intend for this book to serve as a quick fix to dismantle deficit thinking. As you will hear, we argue that deficit thinking intertwines with every facet of our educational systems. A quick fix doesn't...